Hello, everyone. I hope you and your family are keeping well and safe. I'm Rupinder Malik, M&A Private Equity White Collar Practice Partner, and I would like to welcome you all to the next round of J. Sagar Associates COVID-19 Legal Broadcast Series. Our topic today is the impact of COVID-19 on representations and warranties insurance, which has gained popularity even in India over the years. As most of you will be aware, warranty and indemnity insurance policies in M&A transactions can be taken either by a seller or buyer to provide cover for losses caused by breach of warranty or indemnity. So let's chat with Mandira Gupta, Senior Vice President, Private Equity Marsh, and my M&A private equity partner, Siddharth Shankar, who will take us through the impact of COVID-19 on W&I insurance vis-a-vis M&A landscape. So Mandira, I'll start with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. So Mandira, the first question I have really for you is, there's been a serious uptake in the utilization of W&I policy in Indian M&A. So what is the reason for that? And will there be an impact of COVID-19 on the W&I market in India?
Thanks, Rupinder. Firstly, thank you very much for having me over. Um, you're absolutely right. There has been an uptake in the utilization of W&I policies in India, and the reason is primarily both on demand and supply of the product. On the supply side, the good news is that there are a number of insurers who now actively look at providing W&I insurance in India, which obviously means that the pricing has come down over the years and the coverage has broadened. On the demand side, historically, it's always been private equity funds who've been using it. It gives them an easy way of exiting from an investment without having any recourse. And similarly, when they're investing, it helps them get an additional comfort from an S&P rated A plus company rather than relying purely on the promoter sellers indemnity in the SPA. But what's also happened is that corporates have started using it as well, both for domestic and cross-border transactions. And especially with the recent bankruptcy law changes, there have been a lot of crown jewels which are being sold where there's a requirement of providing, indemnity, which this product helps backstopping. With regards to COVID-19, there is going to be an impact of COVID-19 as is the case across the board. Uh, One of the immediate impact has been that there is now going to be a standard exclusion with respect to any pandemic type diseases. What that means is that if tomorrow the loss happens because of an underlying COVID situation, the loss could be bodily injury, the loss could be business downturn, the loss could be business interruption, or it could be because of government or regulatory changes. All of those changes would result, if it results in a loss, unfortunately, WNI policy will not pick it up.
Well, that's very interesting, Mandira. And the standard exclusion is something which I think everybody will have to bear in mind. So, my next question is for Sid. So, Sid, what are the representations and warranties relating to COVID-19 that you think can now be included in investment agreements?
Thanks, Rupinder. What we're seeing in the transaction documents, the kind of reps and warranties would be in the kind of no director, promoter, KMP, key customer of the target has contracted COVID-19 or is suspected to have such contraction. We've also seen confirmation of information rights and whether any defaults, foreclosures have occurred during the pandemic that might affect in turn the ownership or the transferability of the equity. There has been no violation under material contracts during the pandemic. No extraordinary measures that have been taken during the pandemic which have not been properly accounted for in compliance with the accounting standards. Confirmation whether insurance coverage was available for any COVID-19 related losses and related waiting periods. Compliance with laws and governmental orders relating to lockdowns and manufacturing priorities, etc., are one of the reps that are coming in, backed by warranties and indemnities. And there have been no supply chains disruptions due to the pandemic, which has risen around the world. So that's around the reps and warranties and indemnities that we are seeing, Rupinder.
Thanks, Sid. That's quite useful. So going back to Mandira, just picking up on the W&I policy again. My question is that will there be a significant impact on the premium and coverage of the W&I policies due to the COVID-19 pandemic?
So, Rupinder, on the premium side, I don't expect much impact because of COVID-19. And the simple reason for that is that, as I mentioned earlier on, there has been increase in the number of insurers who are providing this capacity now in India for Indian M&A transactions. And because of that, we've seen the pricing soften, and I only expect it to soften further. The pricing in India is still relatively higher compared to some of the other countries in Asia. And so I expect it to go down a bit. So good news is I don't think premiums should be impacted. Coverage, of course, like I mentioned, the exclusion is obviously going to be included, and this is across the board, across insurers, across the region. So this is not something which is specific to India. This is something which the insurers have decided to include for all their policies. And again, this is not just for W&I policies. This is a general view that insurers have taken across the board. So yes, coverage will get impacted, but premiums should move in the right direction, hopefully.
But that's good to know, actually. That's wonderful. So, Mandira, has COVID-19 outbreak impacted the risk assessment exercise carried out by the underwriters? And if yes, how?
So yes, Rupinder, what's going to happen is, and obviously these are early days, we're still, sort of figuring out the exact impact from a diligence perspective. But basically, because of this exclusion, what our advice would be to clients is that the diligences that they follow, they should also now do a detailed deep dive into the impact of COVID on the business. This is something which I'm sure you as an advisor would also agree, that now clients will start looking at all their diligences on the target company from an impact of COVID. Because if COVID is an exclusion under the W&I policy, then we need to be sure that, to understand the impact of COVID on the business. So the assessment would be obviously, and this is something insurers will also see in the diligence reports.
Absolutely. I think the deep dive in diligences it will be very, very critical going forward. And okay, another question is that is the process of placement of the policy going to be any different?
I don't think so, Rupinder, because the good news is that these insurers are all, international insurers who do transactions across the board, and so I don't expect the policy placement to be any different. Sure, timelines might slightly increase just because of the additional scrutiny that might be required, but I don't expect any other changes from a placement perspective.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mandira. And I'll just quickly go back to Sid. Sid, would you be able to, in a nutshell, just conclude this discussion?
Sure, Rupinder. I think what comes out from the last couple of answers which we got from Mandira is that we don't have that benefit of the COVID-19 in the insurance. So therefore, the deep dive, as mentioned earlier, during the due diligence becomes important. The advisors will have to work to ensure that there has a proper compliance with respect to the pandemic. And of course, the transaction documents have to and necessarily be drafted in a way that the reps and warranties covers some of those critical aspects that a company would have covered in the sense of making sure that they are in compliance with it. So comprehensive review from a transaction documents and a diligence point of view.
I completely agree, Sid. And considering the standard exclusion, as Mandira mentioned, I think we will need to ensure extra caution going forward. So thank you to our listeners. We will continue with our legal coverage on COVID-19. Please stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rupinder. Thank you, Siddharth.
Thank you.